I don't think I'll be the only delivery driver out there to say that I have certain frustrations when it comes to McDonald's. In fact, the majority of the time, I just don't deliver from them at all. Apart from first thing in the morning when it's not too busy, and maybe a bit later in the evening when it's gone a bit quiet as well. The other problems in my city, at least, is that the two existing McDonald's until today, one is in the high street and is quite difficult to get to, and there are always traffic wardens waiting for delivery drivers to give us a ticket, so I don't bother going there anytime after breakfast. And the other one is on the other side of the town from where I like to deliver from, and it is a disaster. I haven't gone there for about 3 months until 2 or 3 days ago, where I thought, oh, let's give it another go. I needed to go that way anyway to pick up a card. Card factory is basically attached to the McDonald's, so I thought I'll nip in there, grab a card, grab the delivery at the same time. Luckily, it was a £15 delivery because it was coming back to the area that I like to deliver in, so it was worth it. But I did wait for over half an hour, including going into the car shop. Anyway, so there is a new McDonald's in my town, and it is right smack bang in the middle of the area that I like to deliver from. So deliveries have been a bit naff lately. I've been doing £12 to £15 an hour. I really wanted to be doing £15 an hour and above. So I thought it'd be quite good to do like a little experiment this week. McDonald's opens today. Today is Wednesday. I'm doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with a few little breaks to do things for the kids and stuff. Do as many hours as I can and see how this new McDonald's is. See if the waiting is long like in the other ones. Obviously this one's going to be much easier for me to get to, so I don't need to worry about driving into town or driving across the other side of the city. But let's see whether this McDonald's can boost up my earnings a little bit. So what I want to try and do is reach that sort of better point above £15 an hour, between 15 and 20 quid an hour. That's what I'm aiming for. So let's see how it goes. What I'm going to do is aim to pick up as many of these deliveries as possible. And in fact, I'm at McDonald's now. I've arrived just as it was open. It opened at 11 o'clock. And I think I've got the very first McDelivery from this McDonald's. So I'm going to go in now and pick it up. It's a Deliveroo. And let's get to it. To be fair, I already quite like the fact that I got a completely separate entrance. It's pretty chaotic in here. I don't think they were quite ready for the demand. Literally, the restaurant was filled up within about 5 minutes. So just going to be a little bit patient, just bearing in mind that it's the first 10 minutes of them open. Wow, they were busy, to say the least. I don't know whether they had something going on where they were giving stuff away for the first customers or something, but yeah, absolutely rammed. But I was the first delivery driver, so I didn't get nothing for being the first delivery driver, that's for sure. And to be fair to them, even though they were completely flat out rammed, they got the delivery to me within about 5 minutes. And bearing everything in mind, I can't really say much fairer than that. That's much faster than Stone Lane. Sorry, Stone Lane, you don't know what that means. The other McDonald's does it in, and or the other two McDonald's do it in. So yeah, I'm off to the customer now. So at least now we know that they're definitely doing deliveries, because there was a rumour that they weren't going to be doing deliveries. And hopefully, if there's, you know, normally I expect it would be quicker than that, and this actually might end up being quite a good thing, because it's an extremely easy pickup to get to, and all the drop-offs are going to be in the area that I want to work in. So I'm hoping this might be a good thing. And if they get busy and there's a delay, I'm hoping all that I mean is other drivers take the orders, because I don't wait, and I can go off and pick up from other places. Let me know as well what you think about this new sort of like driving camera angle. I am thinking about maybe possibly doing some more sort of ride-along videos, because people do ask for POV videos from me, but I don't generally do them. I've just mounted a spare phone, an old phone, to my window for now, just to see how it is. But I am considering getting a GoPro. So you think you'd watch this kind of contact when I'm driving around as well. Maybe one going through the dashboard, camera going through the dash as well. Let me know. So guys, it's now school pickup time, so it's a good time to give you my first impressions of the new McDonald's. So far so good, to be fair. Every time I've been there, which is 4 times, I've done 9 orders, 9 orders in total across Just Eat and Deliveroo, no Ubers. I did get offered 1 Uber, which I accepted, but it was a bit rubbish, so I got rid of it when I got something else. Every time I went to the new McDonald's, apart from that very first time, stuff was literally ready, on the side, ready to go. So can't complain about that, that's the main thing. Nice and easy to get to, which is what I thought. So far so good, hopefully it'll carry on that way. Yeah, the worst of lunches, I did about 3.5 hours. I'll look properly later, give you a proper spreadsheet update. And I've done around about 55 quid, so not too bad. So I've just come out for the evening. It's about 5 o'clock, just picked up my first order of the evening. I feel like some drivers have hit a new low. 3rd time this week I've seen somebody picking up, and they didn't just have an Audi bag. Oh no, they went one step further. They had a paper bag. A paper bag to pick up a paper bag. Not sure how much sense that makes to me. Let me know what's the worst bags that you've seen people pick up. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier that they did mess up slightly with this new opening is that you can tell that when they set up their delivery tablets, they didn't have a building there at the time in order to set it up, because as I mentioned before, the McDonald's is actually opposite a big Tesco's, which has got a cafe in the back. Both Deliveroo and Uber Eats at the beginning of the day thought that they had the pin, the geolocation pin. They thought that it was at Tesco's, right at the back of Tesco's where the cafe is. So you can also tell that they've set up their tablets from there. Luckily, and this is why it's quite good being involved with the union, I've got some contacts with Deliveroo, so I've managed to sort out the pin for Deliveroo basically straight away. They sorted it within about 20 minutes because I contacted someone a bit higher up in Deliveroo and got the pin sorted, because riders were having to go into Tesco's to mark themselves as arrived, which is not ideal. Uber, there's still an issue with, but I have contacted the union guy that's dealing with Uber to ask him to sort it out for Uber. Just Eat is another story. So when they set up their Just Eat tablet, they must have been over at their other site, on the other side of Exeter. Not the one nearest to this one, but the one furthest away. Because it's giving the correct address, but the geolocation is actually at the other McDonald's, on the very, very other side of the city. So some riders are going to the new McDonald's where they're meant to go, but they're having to fight with support. And if you work for Just Eat, you know support's terrible, to get them to mark them as arrived. So having to pain that, for this reason I've turned Just Eat off. But some other riders are having it even worse, because they're not looking properly at the address. They're just seeing McDonald's, seeing the pin location, and they are driving, what is it, probably about 3.5, 4 miles to completely the wrong McDonald's to pick up. And only when they get there, they're realising, oh, I'm at the wrong McDonald's. So, I mean, Deliveroo obviously have sorted this issue straight away. Uber, I've told about this issue, but we'll wait and see what they do, because there's a Costa that's got the pin in the wrong location. It's been in the wrong location for a long time, like we're talking years. And Just Eat, who knows what Just Eat's going to do. Probably continue doing what they've done today, which is blame riders for their mistake and threaten to deactivate them, which is what they always do. So we'll wait and see. I'll let you know. I'll give you an update further in the video if they sort that one. So guys, that's the end of day 1. So it definitely wasn't quite as good as I was hoping. Although I didn't work too many hours, I was hoping for £100. So as you can see here, I did 59.74 on Deliveroo, 31.13 on Just Eat, and then I got £2 cash tip, which is the other. Nothing on Uber because Uber was dead, and the offers that were coming through were Uber offers, so bad. It probably, I think it probably would have been better today, especially if the pin locations were in the right places, especially with Just Eat, because I just turned my Just Eat off because I didn't want to deal with them, to be honest with you. So I missed my target by £7.13p, but my pounds per hour was just about above £15 an hour, 15.48, having worked 6 hours, as I said. Travel 60.9 miles for £1.52 a mile, so not the best day, not as good as I was hoping for, but not terrible. Hopefully, I've been told that they've turned the tablets off now, and they're going to get them all sorted for tomorrow morning. So hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. So guys, it's now Thursday, and I apologise, but I gave you no updates throughout the day today. Today, it's been a bit of a crazy day for me. I had quite a lot on, and just the day ran away from me. But it is a good indication and a good example of why I do this kind of work, because I know I moan a little bit about delivery work and how it is at the moment, and a lot of people say, why are you still doing it? Well, flexibility. Today I had an appointment for my son, first thing, which overran, so I could just take the time off. No problem, no boss chance to do. And then this afternoon I had a meeting which overran again. And again, not an issue, I still managed to work. So yeah, that's why I still do this work. Mainly it's the flexibility. Having twin toddlers and a 12-year-old with epilepsy, complex epilepsy, where I need to go to appointments for her as well. And a 9-year-old as well, 4 kids, so I got my hands full. So that's why I use these apps for flexibility. So it works out all right for me. So how have I done today? So I managed 5 hours. So you know, it's just all I can manage today. With school runs as well. So I set myself a target. Was going to be £100, but I've pulled that back because of obviously 5 hours to 75 quid. I promise at the weekend I'll be doing more hours, and you get a better picture of how it works out when you're doing a bit more. So 5 hours. Deliveroo, I did 39.47. Sorry, my laptop's over there, so I'm just looking at that at the same time to get my figures for you. Get you back there. So Deliveroo 39.47. Uber Eats 5.29. Just Eat £30.67p. Stewart's £5. Now thankfully for Stewart, they've updated their app so the sound is coming through and it's not repeating itself over and over again, so I'm really happy about that one. And other, which is my tips, another £3 cash tip, so that's 2 days in a row. I've got a little cash bit of extra, so that's always good. So daily target was 75 quid. Today, actually, considering the couple of hours I did over lunch were pretty bad. I think I did about £13 an hour over lunch. It's actually ended up being a pretty good day, because I've beaten the target by £8.43p. My hourly rate is £16.69, so we're starting to creep back up to where we want to be. So McDonald's is actually helping so far significantly. However, it's only the second day, so I'm not going to draw conclusions just yet. And my mileage is good as well, 172 a mile. Can't complain about that. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be working a bit more tomorrow. No appointments, no meetings, no nothing like that. And then over the weekend will be where we make the most amount of our money. So guys, it's now Friday morning. Stuck in a bit of Friday morning traffic. I don't know what the council's like in your area, but in my area they like to go a month without doing any roadworks anywhere and then do all the roadworks in 1 week, just to really, really keep all of us living in the city really happy, because we love sitting in traffic, we do. Anyway, it is also Eid today, so I am hoping for a pretty good day. I'm just off to actually Starbucks to pick up my first order. Going to pick up a double. Don't normally do doubles, but it's come through at like 12 quid because it's boost on Deliveroo this morning. It should only take sort of 20 minutes. So anyway, I'm hoping for a really good day. Got to pick up my daughter again at 3, so I've got 6 hours. Probably taking a half an hour break, so it's got 5.5 hours. I am hoping for 75 quid until I pick her up, and then I'll go out for a few hours tonight, but we'll see how we get on. I'll keep you updated throughout the day. Joe, actually the road situation in this country is actually a joke. Last week I was in Menorca, Spanish island, and their roads are literally immaculate, and the roadworks they were doing were all overnight, and I still haven't arrived at our order yet, and it's like 20 odd minutes later, and because of this over here bit of roadworks, where there is they've closed the part of the road, no one working. Why is it in this country we have to sit through all these roadworks all the time, and all the roads are a disgrace at the same time? Makes no sense. Just finally pulling up to the pickup now, and somebody decides to park it away. That's great, isn't it? It is now school pickup time, so I'm just picking up my daughter now. A bit of a wait here, unfortunately. It's just the way school pickup is these days for me. Anyway, I managed 5 hours between drop off and pick up, and I've done just shy of 80 quid. So today's been pretty good, to be fair, especially considering that terrible wait at the beginning in traffic. Pretty happy. Yeah, £78 and some pennies. So, how much did I make delivering through Eid this year? So, Deliveroo made £82.48 on Uber Eats, £20.91. Just Eat, £48.95. And then I got a £1 tip. My target for today was £150. I made £153.34, meaning that I beat my target by £3.34. Brilliant. Hours worked were 8.5. I worked 8.5 hours today, giving me £1 per hour of £18.04, which is obviously better than my target as well. I did 86 miles, 86.3 miles, which works out £1.78 per mile, which is absolutely fantastic. So guys, Saturday morning. So far the weather's not too bad, but my favourite kind of weather for working in is coming. There's a thunderstorm warning for the UK or for England. I'm looking at the map, looking at the weather forecast. It looks like it's going to be heavy rain as the day goes on. So hopefully today should be another really good day. So yeah, I'll keep you updated throughout the day how I'm getting on. But we're definitely hoping for a good day today. I think, guys, we're about an hour in, but there is one thing that I want to ask you about. By the way, I've done about £12 in the first hour, so it's not been great, but they didn't have their tablet turned on at the McDonald's until about 5 minutes ago, but I've just picked up a double from there for a tenner. Don't normally like doing doubles, but here we go, £10, might as well. Anyway, the one thing I wanted to ask you guys about was McDonald's drinks. Something that I kind of forgotten about because I haven't picked up from McDonald's properly for a long time. They already always feel like there's an issue with them, or they're leaking. Like, before I even basically pick them up. What do you guys got any suggestions on how you store drinks for deliveries? Because I like to keep drinks separate if I can. And I've got like a double tiered bag, and I've got a spare bag, etc. But like today I'm picking up a double, so the double tier bags used for the two separate food orders to keep them apart. And like the drinks, if I put them in a separate bag, they're just going to fall over. So I've kind of wedged the drinks behind the my hot food bag to keep them cold. That's all I can think to do on the fly, really. But yeah, you guys got any suggestions? Have you got like any little bags that you keep McDonald's drinks in that are quite good at stopping them from spilling or leaking? Because that's something I've seen before as well. Because yeah, especially when you're doing the double, you don't want it leaking everywhere and ruining the car as well. But let me know in the comments what you guys do about McDonald's drinks. About 3 hours in, I thought I'd just do a quick update. So I've done £41. So what's that, about £12.50, £13 an hour. So not the best, unfortunately, but the rain just hasn't really appeared. It's meant to be a thunderstorm at the moment, but yeah, it hasn't happened just yet. So I've got the feeling that everyone had the same idea as me. But I must say, without McDonald's this morning, it would have been very quiet, because I've done 5, 6, 7 jobs, and 5 of them were the McDonald's jobs. So yeah, McDonald's definitely helped me out this morning, but not to the point where I'm really happy with my earnings, unfortunately. So guys, that is the end of Saturday, and wow, what a great day, to be fair. We didn't really get the rain in the same way as a lot of the rest of the UK got it, so probably could have been better if it rained more. It rained really heavy for an hour, and then later on in the day an hour again, but it needs to rain really heavy for long periods of time to make massive effects on earnings. But however, it is still been quite good. So I do think McDonald's has had a positive impact. Although there were a few times when there was a wait there. I have noticed that they've cut back on their staff already, which I wasn't quite expecting just yet. But when there was a wait, I just simply moved away from McDonald's and took orders from elsewhere. And it does seem that having the McDonald's there is creating more volume overall for people to choose between. So it actually has been quite good so far, to be fair. As things progress, we'll see how things go, but yeah, it hasn't been too bad. So how did Saturday go overall? So as I said, I did do quite a lot of McDonald's orders. So Rodeo did some research before about how many as a proportion of orders are McDonald's, and it came out about 40%, and that's roughly what I've done today. So I've done 11 orders for McDonald's out of the 26 that I've completed. But anyway, let's go on to the money. So money wise, I did £81.68 on Deliveroo, Uber Eats £9.56, and Just Eat £94.29. I set myself a target today of 150 quid just because I wasn't sure how much I would work for. I've hit 185.53, so I'm happy with that. I worked 10 3/4 hours, meaning my pound per hour rate 17.26. As I said, I was hoping to get sort of north of 15 up to sort of 20, so we are heading in the right direction. So that is fab as far as I'm concerned. I did 114.3 miles, which means that I'm above my £1.50 pound per mile target as well. So overall, pretty happy. Tomorrow's the last day, so after tomorrow, I'll do a bit of a breakdown of the whole week, and we'll try and analyse a little bit how this new opening of McDonald's has affected my earnings. So guys, it is now the end of Sunday. Today has been a bit of a nightmare. My phone is dying. Basically, the battery's just completely shot. But luckily, I always keep a backup in the car. So a little tip for you: always have a backup phone with a bit of data on it. Did have to spend a good amount of time, maybe 2 hours, going back into the phone and updating all the apps because I've used it on that phone for such a long time. But yeah, I would definitely advise having a second phone in the car just for occasions like this, because my phone drained from 100 down to 20% in like 2.5 hours. So I think it's pretty poo-pooed. But there we go. Let's see what the results were for today. It's not as good as the other days, but I think a lot of that comes down to the fact I was stressing out about keeping going with the whole phone business. Anyway, Deliveroo 44.22, Uber Eats £20.55, Just Eat 68.16. I set a target for 150 quid because I was expecting to work 10-11 hours, but I didn't. I only worked 9 in the end. So I missed the target by 17 quid. Missed my hourly target by like 30 odd p. So, but it is still on the higher end of what I was doing up until this McDonald's was open. Just missed out on my pounds per mile as well, and I think again that's because my phone's just playing up. It kept overheating as well and turning off temporarily, so obviously that'll make a difference as well. But yeah, anyway, I think I'll probably do tomorrow is go through like the whole week and then work out how profitable I was as well. So stay tuned for that one. So guys, let's check out how we've done this week against how we were expecting to do using my weekly tracker that I've done. So I forgot to tell you, I did actually work on Monday as well, just for a few hours. I earned just under 50 quid on Monday. So as I said, and as you can see, if I move the cursor over here, pounds per hour wise, we were doing about 12 to 15 pounds before the new McDonald's opens. And as you can see, this, as the week has progressed, has gotten a lot better. So I do think the McDonald's is definitely helping. So there we go. My target for the week that I set myself across the days was £675. And I actually have surpassed that and done £701.66. So that's absolutely fantastic. I worked 43 and a quarter hours. As I said, my minimum target was £15. I've hit that as well, 16.22, so more than happy. As far as pounds per mile, 161. So on all counts, this week has been a really good week with the new McDonald's being there. However, it's the first week, so we shall wait and see what next week and the week after and the week after that's got to bring, because I know McDonald's in general across the country hasn't exactly got the best of reputation. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's look at our P&L for the week. So look at how much profit we've actually made. So expenses wise, fuel this week, I've done a fuel calculation and it's come out at £53.09. Insurance for the week, £31.75. That's based on my annual insurance, just to make it simple, dividing it by 52. Phone and internet costs £5, and professional subscriptions £3, which is QuickBooks, which is what I use to manage my taxes. So yeah, my total profit, net profit for the month before we pay for things like tax, is £608.82. That gives me an actual hourly rate of £14.08 after I pay for everything. So yeah, I have done more than minimum wage at least. If you're interested in using this calculator, it is now available on Buy Me a Coffee. So yeah, check it out. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Put quite a lot of effort into filming this throughout the week. I've decided I'm going to sort of like teach myself how to do YouTube properly now. Now that I'm making a little bit of money out of it, it's time to start doing it a bit more properly. But if you've got any suggestions, or if you want to help me out in any kind of way, please pop comments in the comment section down below. That's the best way it seems that you can help me. Likes and comments on a previous video I did made it go kind of viral, so I'd love to see that again. Anyway, hope you're all having a fantastic evening. Catch you in the next video. Cheers, bye.